out of these 3 different examples of matter, only one of them is in a bag. So let's change that. Let's put my other 2 types of matter in a bag. I'm going to take the quarter and place it in a separate Ziploc bag. When I place this type of matter, this quarter, in this bag, does anything about my quarter change? Does its size change? Does its shape change? No. This type of matter, which is a solid, is an example of matter that has its own shape. Now let's take my water and put that in another bag. When I take the water that was first in a glass and place it now in my Ziploc bag, does this water change its shape? Yes, the liquid, which is a different type of matter or different state than my solid, is a type of liquid that flows and takes the shape of its container. Now, does this liquid take up the entire baggie, or does it just take up some of the baggie? That's right. My liquid flows, but it doesn't fill up the container entirely. In order to entirely fill this baggie, I would need a greater amount of liquid water. Now, we've discussed 2 different types or states of matter: my solid and my liquid. My third type of matter, which is my air, is already in the baggie, and we discussed how this air takes up space in the baggie. If I try to squeeze the baggie, I can't because there's air in my way. It's taking up space in the bag. The air also has mass. Believe it or not, it's made up of stuff. Now, the stuff that makes up my air might be different than the stuff that makes up my water and my quarter, but it still is matter. We call air an example of a gas. If we take a look at this baggie, where is the gas in the baggie? Does the gas in the baggie act like a liquid where it flows? It does. The gas takes the shape of the container. In this case, the container is the baggie. Now, the gas is different than the liquid because the gas takes up the shape of the entire container. So, the gas that is in this bag is everywhere in this bag, unlike my liquid, which is just at the bottom of my bag. Gases flow like liquids, but they fill their containers. I'm going to take these three different types of matter, my solid quarter, my liquid water, and my gas air, and do a science experiment with them. I'm going to take each of my baggies and place them in my refrigerator's freezer, and I'm going to leave them there overnight. Let's see if temperature changes any of these three types of matter. We've been talking about temperature changes with our ice pops. What happens when our ice pops get warm? Think about what we have already discussed in class. What would happen if we take ice pops out of the freezer on a hot, sunny day? Remember we said the ice pops will melt? If we take these melted ice pops and put them back in the freezer, what do you think would happen? Now, think about the three examples of matter that we just discussed and put in the freezer. We have a solid, which is my coin, a liquid, which is my water, and a gas, which is my air. Which of these three states of matter react most similarly to the ice pops we've been learning about this unit when they're put in the freezer?